I'll leave a mark, let it be something real. Not the noise of the moment, but the way I made you feel. I came through the rain with a dream in my chest. Learned that every hard road can still lead to your best. If tomorrow gets heavy and the memories remain, just remember the heart behind the name. I remember empty days when the future felt far. Looking through the window, wishing on a star. I had plans in my mind and questions in my head, trying to build a better life from the words that I had said. Some people came around when the picture looked bright, then disappeared when I was fighting through the night. I learned not to measure love by who was in the room. Sometimes quiet support can help a broken spirit bloom. I kept every lesson from the roads that I walked, every honest conversation, every promise that was talked. Some mistakes were painful, some were hard to explain, but I wouldn't trade the growth that came out of the pain. I don't need applause just to know that I tried. I need peace in my heart and the truth on my side. I carry my history, but I won't let it steer. I can honor every chapter without living in fear. If the road gets lonely, I remember what I know. A seed can grow in silence before anybody knows. So I keep my eyes forward, keep my purpose alive. Every morning is another chance to rise. Remember my name when the night gets cold. Remember the story, remember the road. Remember the days when I had nothing to show. Still kept a little faith and refused to let it go. Remember my name, not for fame or applause. Remember the heart that kept fighting the odds. If I ever leave a room and the silence remains, remember who I was. Remember my name. There were nights I questioned every choice I made, wondering if the sacrifices would ever be repaid. I don't carry anger just to prove that I was hurt. I'd rather turn the lesson into something that can work. I learned to speak with kindness, learn to listen more. If you're fighting a season that nobody understands, keep taking small steps and keep trusting your plans. You don't have to be fearless to keep moving ahead. You just need enough courage to get out of your bed. Healing isn't instant and progress isn't loud. Sometimes making it through is a victory you're allowed. So I write down my thoughts and I turn them into sound, hoping somebody hears them when they feeling down. Maybe that's the legacy I wanna leave behind. A reminder that your hardest days don't define your life. If tomorrow calls my name, I hold it with a smile, knowing every difficult mile was still worth the while. Remember my name when the night gets cold. Remember the story, remember the road. Remember the days when I had nothing to show. Still kept a little faith and refused to let it go. Remember my name, not for fame or applause. Remember the heart that kept fighting the odds. If I ever leave the room and the silence remains, remember who I was. Remember my name. Now I see the future with a different kind of view. I know I can't control everything that people do. I can choose how I answer, I can choose how I grow. I can turn an old wound into something I can know. There are names in my memories I still carry with care. People who changed my life just by being there. Some are miles away, some became distant dreams, but every chapter matters more than it first seems. I don't want to be remembered for the battles I survived. I want to be remembered for the people I inspired, for the hand that I offered when somebody felt low, for the light I protected when the world lost its glow. I came from uncertain days, but I found a clearer lane. Now I turn every difficult memory into something I can explain. The past can be a teacher without becoming your prison, and every new decision can become a new beginning. Late night, city lights rain across the glass. I think about the future while remembering the past. I don't need to run from every scar I earned. They remind me of the lessons and the bridges that I burned. One breath, one step, one promise to believe there is more beyond the hurt than what the hurting lets you see. If the world forgets the details, that's alright with me. Let the love I gave become a memory. Remember my name when the night gets cold. Remember the story, remember the road. Remember the days when I had nothing to show. Still kept a little faith and refused to let it go. Remember my name, not for fame or applause. Remember the heart that kept fighting the odds. If I ever leave the room and the silence remains, remember who I was. Remember my name. Remember my name when the lights fade low. Remember the person, not just the road. Remember every lesson, every smile, every pain. Remember that I kept moving through the thunder rain. I don't need forever carved in a stone. I just hope the people I love never felt alone. If my story become